Let's take a detailed look at statistical functions. Going over it again, we have calculation statistical functions that do basic calculations. We have distributions that do calculations of different types on different areas, breaking things up into pieces. There are all sorts of statistical calculator functions. Most of them are standard deviation, variance, and regression variations, if you like. I'm simply going to look at the standard deviation and the variance. Standard deviation calculates the average distance from an average. So it allows you to plot a whole lot of points on a graph and draw a straight line to figure out where the most likely points are that something is going to be. The variance is the average squared distance from the average, which is the variance of values from an average. Simple as that. The statistical distribution functions at the moment are cumulative distributions and percentile statistical distribution functions. So when doing a course like this, you need to know really what these functions are to a certain extent and what they do and how they do it. But you don't necessarily need to know the finer details of what all the different statistical functions do. It's a given really that if you're actually using the very advanced statistics functions such as the specific variance and standard deviation functions, that you actually know what they mean anyway. So this is why I go through the very basics of something like this, because it's not really all that relevant to go through every single function and analyze what everyone does, because it's actually statistics. The topic is statistics, not Oracle. So we know that a standard deviation is the average difference from the mean, and the variance is the average squared difference from the mean, which actually means it's the average deviation from the mean. Sounds a little complicated, but it's not. So let's take the average price, and we get 82. Take the standard deviation from the price, which is 39, and the variance from the price. Now let's take all these things and find the average, which in statistical terms is the mean. Now we're going to take all these things together, join the value with the price, know how to join, we're just looking at things with prices. So the compact center mean is 46, the standard deviation from the mean is 36, and the variance is 1283. What the heck does that mean? Well, let's go and actually have a look at it. So compact center, I want to find out what is star from venue where name equals compact center. I want to know what that value is first. Then I'm going to go and open up the data model. If I can find it quickly. And I think there's a copy in chapter 11. So we'll open up the data model, close this down. Oh, it tells me I've already got it open, so we'll cancel that. We'll throw this away. And we'll go and open that one there. Here's my data model. I'm trying to get access to price information, and it's specific to venue. This price table is essentially a summarized form of a table full of tickets. It's a breakdown of prices for a venue based on sections, seats, whatever. So let's go to star from price, and looking at the model we can see that the venue ID links the price to the rest of the model. So select from price where venue ID is 33. So this is all the price data in this table. So let's do a few other things here as well. Say min, and in fact what you could do is just round min price, and you don't need to include minimum, the 0 for the round function because that's the default. Round max price maximum. Run it. What is this telling me? I found the standard deviation. The variance is the square of the deviation from the mean. So if you take 1283, and if I go to a website, Windows Calculator doesn't have a square root calculator on it. Calculate 35.8. Go back to here, it's pretty close to the standard deviation. Statistics is all about analysis of information.